And so at the moment I'm told that also the private message of Bayern to Sane is the same. They want to trust him, they want to invest in him this season. Ciao guys, welcome back on the channel from Fabrizio Romano, as always here together to discuss about the transfer market, about all the latest. We have many things to say about Man United, many of your questions on Marco Arnautovic, on Leroy Sane and many other players, but also Sesko news, Fofana, because we're entering into a key week, and so what happens on many other sides, also for Tottenham and many other stories around the world, also for Paris Saint-Germain. So let's jump into it together. And so guys, let me begin with Manchester United. Was not a happy Sunday, losing at Old Trafford with Brighton. Not a good game for Man United, the first one of Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford. They need time, they need new signings. And I told you many times of the meetings with the agent of Benjamin Sesko, this talented striker from Red Bull Salzburg. But from what I'm told, in the last 24 hours, the positions from Salzburg was really clear. They want to keep the player at the club this summer. So the only option they would accept is to sell the player now, but for summer 2023. So let's see what happens with Salzburg, but Man United, Chelsea also had the meeting with Sesko agent, and Red Bull Leipzig with a very positive meeting with CEO Oliver Minslav and the agent of the player Elvis Basanovic, but now it's time to decide on the future of the player, so there will be a meeting between Sesko, his family and his agent to decide the next step, but Salzburg have no intention as of now of selling the player this summer. What does it mean for Man United? To look at other options, and Marco Arnautovic, Bologna striker, is one of the possibilities. Would be a return for him in the Premier League after the experience at West Ham a few years ago. Now Bologna insists they don't want to sell Arnautovic because he's a really important player for them, but on Arnautovic's side, the player is ready to push and push again to join Manchester United in case they will reach an agreement with Bologna. So Arnautovic would dream of Man United, he would push for the move, but at the moment still no agreement between Bologna and Manchester United. The opening proposal was around 10 million euros with some add-ons, but Bologna said no. Mihailovic, the manager, wants to keep the player, so let's see what happens, but Arnautovic is one of the low-cost options in the list for Manchester United. For the striker, they really need, and let's see what happens then. With Cristiano Ronaldo was on the pitch in the second half for the game with Brighton. And then guys, for Manchester United, many of your questions on Leroy Sane, the winger of Bayern, but the answer was from Hasan Salihamidzic, the director of football of Bayern, and he said, we are not in contact with any club for Sane, we trust him, we want him as part of the team. And so at the moment I'm told that also the private message of Bayern to Sane is the same. They want to trust him, they want to invest in him this season, because Robert Lewandowski left the club to join Barcelona. Of course they signed Sadio Mane, but they will need goals from many other players like Gnabry, Coman and also Sane. So at the moment it's not a negotiation, and it's not going to be an easy one for any club that will be interested in Sane. So at the moment for Man United is something quiet. Discussing of other clubs, guys, and a player that was in the rumors for Man United, Fabian Ruiz. I know that there are some rumors on Man United, but from what I'm told, Paris Saint-Germain are really close to complete the signing of Fabian Ruiz. Real Madrid wanted to sign him next summer on a free transfer because he's out of contract in 2023 with Napoli and he has no intention to extend the contract for 5 more years. And so keep an eye on this deal, because Real Madrid know that now Paris Saint-Germain are closing on this move. Paris Saint-Germain, with the director of football, Luis Campos' intention to complete the deal this new week, submitting an official proposal to Napoli. They are also speaking of Keylor Navas, Napoli and PSG, because Napoli will need a goalkeeper. Kepa is one of the targets and Keylor Navas is the other one. But keep an eye on Fabian Ruiz, because Paris Saint-Germain have almost reached an agreement with the player and now they are working to reach an agreement with Napoli. So Fabian Ruiz, more than English clubs, is for Paris Saint-Germain, very close to complete the agreement, but let's see till the end what happens. Campos wants to anticipate Real Madrid interested for next summer. Speaking of other players and speaking of English clubs, Timo Werner, important move, because as I told you today, Timo Werner leaves Chelsea and joins Red Bull Leipzig. The comeback is almost completed, will be finalized between Monday and Tuesday, but there is an agreement in principle between Werner and Leipzig since long time, but also between Chelsea and Leipzig for a fee around 30 million euros to be completed in the next hours to understand the final fee, but will be a permanent move, not a loan with option to buy, a permanent move for Timo Werner to Leipzig. So he's gonna leave Chelsea immediately and probably forever. So important update on Timo Werner, and let's see what Chelsea will do with the strikers. But as of now, they're really happy with Armando Broja and they are working on Wesley Fofana again and again, because Leicester rejected 2 bids, but this new week will be the week of new contacts between Chelsea and Leicester for Wesley Fofana. The player wants the move, Chelsea are really determined to go for it in the next days, and so Fofana is one to watch for this week. Many other things happening in England, in Spain. Lo Celso, priority target for Villarreal, negotiations progressing well with Tottenham, and so the agreement, I'm told, is getting really closer, and it's an important outgoing for Tottenham to look for many other options on the market in the next weeks. Important for Tottenham, the Udogia is really one step away from joining the club. There is an agreement with the player, work in progress with Udinese for this talented fullback who would stay on loan to Udinese for 1 more season. Edinson Cavani was one step away from joining Boca Juniors, was really close. They sent him the contracts, a 2-year deal or a 1-year deal. It was up to the player, but Cavani and his family decided together to give priority to European clubs. So Cavani will wait for European clubs, will wait in particular for Spanish clubs, because his dream is to try a chapter in La Liga after Serie A, Ligue 1 and Premier League in Europe, and so Cavani is an important update for this week. And then, to complete our talk of today, guys, Guedes to Wolverhampton, done deal, 32 million euros plus some add-ons, and Isco on a free transfer to Sevilla. Important one, he left Real Madrid on a free, and now he's a new Sevilla player. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these transfer moves around Europe, in England, in Italy, in Spain, and everywhere, also in Germany, in the Bundesliga with Timo Werner. So let me know your thoughts, guys, here in the comments. How do you see Marco Arnautovic as a potential target for Man United? We're gonna update you in the next days, as always, on all the platforms. So remember to subscribe to the channel, like this video, turn on the notification bell. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao!